Literacy Mid-South is a great organization that is growing quickly and expanding. Over the past couple of years, Kevin Dean's been in charge of this operation and has done great work, and we're proud to see him as always. Good to have you back in the room.
Thanks for having me.
And the big Book Fest 2014 is coming up, and this thing gets bigger every year. Explain to people what your group does, just the basic foundations of what you do.
Sure. We started out teaching adults to read, adults sixth grade and below, how to read. So we have 250 volunteers that teach 500 adults how to read. They're in 31 different libraries across the city. And we've expanded our mission a lot to include kids, to include everybody, just trying to get the community reading, getting them to become lifelong learners. So we do our citywide reading campaign every year where we have a book of choice that we promote. We have the Book Fest. This is our first year doing the Book Fest. They used to do a book festival. Nashville used to come in and do a book festival, and they stopped coming, so we decided we're going to do it this year. So.
Very good.
Yeah.
So are adults embarrassed and hesitant to say, I can't read?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. There's a stigma attached to not being able to read that you can never get over. It's hard to walk into a place and say, hey, I need help.
Sure.
You know, so people hide it a lot. They'll grow their fingernails out so that they'll get somebody else to write their checks for them. They'll do all sorts of stuff to hide that.
Sad.
And yeah, so the Book Fest that we're doing this starting today is actually going to be a fundraiser for our adult learning program that will teach people to read.
So how have you gotten people to contribute and help fund this? You've added employees and grown. Where does it take it? Like beating them down? You just say, give me some money now or
basically, we had our corporate sponsors have been so good to us. That Homewood Suites is our presenting sponsor, and they were enthusiastically yes when we asked them. When we started talking about Book Fest, a free Book Fest, it's open to the public. You know, this is something that anybody can come to, and so I think people were more than willing to contribute to something like this.
Well, no, this is there are 1, 2, 3, 4 days of this, and it's broken down into various panels and discussions. Give us some of the highlights.
Sure. For music lovers, we've got Scott Heim, he wrote Mysterious Skin. There was a movie that came out in 2005 with Joseph Gordon-Levitt. But he is a big music fan who writes all these books about music. So Saturday, he's going to be speaking about David Bowie, Kate Bush, Cocteau Twins, My Bloody Valentine. We've got Janice Kearney, who's Bill Clinton's personal memoirist. She'll be coming in town. We've got Julia Reed. Everybody loves Julia Reed in Memphis. And we've got Neil White, who wrote In the Sanctuary of Outcasts. He'll be here talking about his time in a leper colony. We've got Daniel Wallace, who wrote Big Fish. He'll be coming in town. He's actually presenting twice over the weekend. And we've got local people like Jennifer Chandler will be there, and Willie Bearden will be there tonight. Corey Messler and Dan Conaway will be speaking tonight. So.
There's a Memphis author panel. That's tonight at 6 p.m.
Yep.
It's all at the Botanic Garden. Then Friday, that's tomorrow, right?
Yep.
There's an author, a reception at Brooks Bookstore, and there's just something for everybody to do. Now, there's info, I guess, on all this on your website,
there
correct?
Is, and it's at 5 locations.
And it's free.
Yeah, it's free. Yeah, it's free and
so
open to the public.
So it's 5 locations, which might be confusing. So what are those 5 locations?
The 5 locations, tonight is going to be Story Booth at Crosstown Arts. Tomorrow night it's going to be Story Booth at Crosstown Arts. The reception that you mentioned is VIP only. It's invite only. So sorry, next year we'll get everybody in. Saturday it's Botanic Garden and Booksellers at Laurelwood, and then Sunday it's Booksellers at Laurelwood and Memphis Gay and Lesbian Community Center. So
very good. So there are many places to go and look at this, and of an ongoing nature. How can people support this foundation and your fine work?
You can go to our website. We actually have 2 websites now. We've got the Literacy Mid-South website, and you can donate online there. You can also go to the Book Fest website. It's midsouthbookfest.org. There's a schedule, there's locations, all that stuff on there. You can download the program, the official program, and you can donate on the website.
So people that do, let's say, have a parent or a friend who wants to be able to read but can't, how do you go about just walking in and saying, I want to be part of this program?
It's a what we've done is we've changed things up so it's pretty anonymous now.
Yeah.
You come to the main library on a Monday. And you walk in and you talk to a librarian and ask where the Literacy Mid-South room is.
So it's easy.
It's
Not
easy.
embarrassing,
Not
scary.
embarrassing. You don't have to say I can't read. All the librarians are trained to know exactly where to send them. They go up to a room that's not marked, and our staff assesses them anonymously. So it's very, very easy for people.
Well, we encourage anybody who does have that stigma and that fear to, take the step.
Yeah.
Do it. It'll change your life.
Absolutely.
It's a very important part of my life. Always has been. We encourage you to all read and to embrace these things. MidSouthBookFest.org for all the locations, 5, the events, the panels, the authors, and everything.
Yep, and literacymidsouth.org to make a donation. Another way you can help out if you're a golfer, this is something I've been involved in the last few years. The One Club Challenge is coming up next weekend, and it's down at the Links at Riverside this year. We've been doing it at Overton Park the last few years, but they're moving the location. Saturday, October 4th, it's a 12 noon lunch and then a 1 o'clock shotgun start, which might be necessary at the Links at Riverside. I don't know. But,
With a real shotgun.
The deal is you play 9 holes of golf with one club. So you grab like a 5-iron or something like that and just whack it around with a bud, and all of the proceeds benefit Literacy Mid-South. So that's $100 per team, $50 a man, and lunch is included, and there's lots and lots of beer and good times and fun people to hang out with. Find out more about that on their website too, I would imagine.
Wonderful. Kevin, thanks so much, man.
Thanks for having me.
You're doing great work, and keep it up. Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Kevin Dean, we'll be right back.